We're live. Before we begin, if I could ask folks that if you see a space next to you, if you can scooch and move towards the center of the room so that people can get a seat. There's plenty of seating upstairs as well.
Talking to the front of the microphone, not the side.
Pardon?
Talking to the front of the microphone, not the side. The microphone, you're talking to the side of the phone. No sound.
Yeah, I think this is... Okay. There's still plenty of seats in the middle and up top. If you don't find a seat, we are streaming it via Facebook Live, and you can watch it in the other room or on your mobile device. So good evening, and welcome to the 2017 State of the City. I'd like to begin the evening by welcoming the new CEO of the Chamber, Emily Griego.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Hello. Now I think this is. So I'm Emily Griego. I'm the CEO with the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and the City of San Leandro, we welcome you to the 2017 State of the City with Mayor Pauline Cutter. This will be an exciting city address by the mayor, highlighting many of the great plans that are happening and have happened here in our city of San Leandro. So thank you all for joining us. As we get started, I'm going to recognize some of our elected officials who are here with us tonight. So please just hold your applause until I get through the list, and then we can thank them all. So first is Wilma Chan, President, Alameda County Board of Supervisors. Elsa Ortiz, President, AC Transit Board of Directors. Mark Williams, Director, AC Transit Board of Directors. Frank Mellon, Director, East Bay MUD. Mayor Emeritus Sheila Young, President, Ora Loma Sanitary District Board of Directors. Dan Walter, Vice President, Ora Loma Sanitary District Board of Directors. Diana Prola, President, San Leandro Unified School District. Monique Tate, Vice President, San Leandro School District Board of Education. Peter Oshinsky, Member, San Leandro School District Board of Education. And our City of San Leandro City Council members, Vice Mayor Lee Thomas, Deborah Cox, Ed Hernandez, Benny Lee, Karina Lopez, and Pete Ballou. Thank all of you for the work you do in San Leandro and your leadership. I want to take a few moments to recognize and thank all of tonight's sponsors. Your commitment to San Leandro is valuable and beneficial to the Chamber of Commerce, the city, and our community, so thank you all for your support. Our sponsors tonight are AC Transit, San Leandro Hospital, Kaiser Permanente, Bridge Housing, and East Bay MUD. Let's give all of these companies a warm round. Our first presenting sponsor this evening was San Leandro Hospital, James Jackson, but I believe he got called out unexpectedly, so he is not going to be able to speak to us tonight, unfortunately. So we're going to move on to our next presenting sponsor is AC Transit, represented by Elsa Ortiz. Elsa serves as the president of the AC Transit Board of Directors. She was first elected in November 2006 and is now serving her third term, representing the city of Alameda and portions of Oakland and San Leandro. She previously worked as an attorney and a consultant. During her tenure on the board of directors, she has worked to make sure buses form a key element in our regional transportation network. So Elsa, I'd like to welcome you.
Okay, this is a weird one. Okay. Good evening. I would like to recognize two BART board members, Rebecca Salzman, president of the board, and Robert here, over there. Rayburn. My fellow, we work together a lot, so I wanted to make sure that we're introduced. It's really important to have BART and AC Transit work together to make sure that we run an efficient transit system. Good evening. As president of the board of directors of AC Transit and as your representative before the board, I want to thank the city of San Leandro and the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. I'm very happy to be here on behalf of AC Transit. AC Transit provides nearly 200,000 daily passenger trips each day, including over 13,500 Transbay trips to San Francisco and the Peninsula. While over 65% of AC Transit trips take people to work or schools, our service is not just a commute option, but a necessity. 40% of our AC Transit riders do not own a vehicle. San Leandro is critical to the public transportation operations of our service district. In January, we began construction of our largest capital infrastructure project, the East Bay Bus Rapid Transit, commonly known as the BRT. This project is like light rail on wheels. It will provide fast, frequent, and reliable transit service between 20th Street in Oakland, downtown Oakland, and San Leandro BART, primarily along International Boulevard and East 14th Street. This is the largest capital project in AC Transit history and represents a $174 million investment in the infrastructure of San Leandro and Oakland. With significantly improved frequency due to the dedicated bus-only lane, the BRT will bring better transit, increasing the mobility of our residents, reducing congestion, and improving air quality. Other upgrades include American with Disabilities curb ramps, fiber optic lines, and pedestrian safety features like new traffic signals. On August 26, 2016, AC Transit hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for the BRT, which was attended by Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and then Department of Transportation Secretary Anthony Fox. We thank Mayor Cutter and Councilmember Corina Lopez for attending the event. Major construction to build the BRT infrastructure and station platform is underway. Should you have any questions or concerns, I encourage you to meet our outreach team that is at the back table in the other room. They continue their proactive outreach efforts along the BRT corridor on a daily basis, including in-person visits with key stakeholders and businesses, opportunities to provide update presentations and businesses, opportunities and participation in community events. And thanks to Major BB funding, in June of last year we rolled out a new bus line, number 10, that extends from San Leandro BART to Hayward BART. We're improving our routes to make them easier to understand and serve more destinations on weekends and weekdays. We are hiring operators and mechanics to help expand our services and keep them reliable. As a longtime member of the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce, AC Transit recognizes the importance of engagement with the business community as we focus on the role of economic development in building the East Bay as a great place to live and work. We especially appreciate the hard work of the City of San Leandro and the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce. Once again, thank you.
So I want to recognize one more person. Evelyn Gonzalez is a member of the San Leandro School District Board of Education. So Evelyn, welcome. You're here. And I've also been told that James Jackson with San Leandro Hospital has now joined us. So I'd like to invite James Jackson to the stage.
Thank you very much. Emily's a little taller than me, so they had to adjust it down for me. I am James Jackson. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for San Leandro Hospital and Alameda Hospital, part of the Alameda Health System. And I'm so happy to be here, and please know that my tardiness was unintentional but unavoidable. Bill Bell, who some of you may know, he's a musician of some renown. He passed away last week. And his quiet hour was this evening in Oakland, and as much as I needed to be here, I needed to pay my regards to Mr. Bell as well. So I just wanted to let you know why it would take wild horses or Bill Bell to keep me from having been here on time. So I have some prepared remarks. My role, Chief Administrative Officer for those two hospitals, is a new role that oversees both of the community hospitals for the Alameda Health System. I've had the honor to serve you as the Chief Administrative Officer of San Leandro Hospital for the past 3 years, and we're proud to be the sponsor of this wonderful event that allows us to hear from Mayor Cutter about the exciting developments in San Leandro and its vision for the future. Alameda Health System and all of its facilities, including San Leandro Hospital, are moving towards a model of population health management. Some of you may have heard the term. What this means is that not only are we here to care for you when you're sick or injured, our focus is for the future is to keep you healthy, looking at programs and partnerships within our communities that directly enhance your health and well-being. As we all know, there are many social determinants of health: food security, job security, housing, and transportation, just to name a few. We're excited about the possibility of working with our community to make a difference in your health. your family's health, and the health of all the people we serve every day. We are also investing our energy and resources into building a workforce for the future. Our partnership with Faces for the Future and the San Leandro Unified School District has led to an exciting health career opportunity for high school youth, where they're providing internship opportunities to help expose them to a career in healthcare. And what that really means is that we have about 11 students from San Leandro High School who are getting the opportunity to come in and rotate through San Leandro Hospital. Of course, they see the doctors and the nurses, which we all know, but there are a lot of other jobs in health careers, and by virtue of this program, the students really get to walk in the shoes and see a day in the life of the hospital. This FACES program, I won't spend too much time on it, but they have an outstanding graduation rate, and now they have a number of students who've matriculated to medical school, and they're giving back to their communities, and so it's really a wonderful program. I encourage you to learn more about FACES. I'd also like to take a moment to share with you the positive financial forecast of San Leandro Hospital. Since we became a member of Alameda Health System, our financial status has steadily improved. More people are utilizing our services, more surgeries are being performed, and more patients are being seen in the emergency room. While Alameda Health System has invested in the facilities and medical technology at San Leandro Hospital, the hospital has been able to sustain itself, improve patient care, and has even experienced a positive bottom line. I'm going to say that again. Has even experienced a positive bottom line. I think you all know, thank you very much, Jim. I think you all know that the city of San Leandro committed $1 million a year for 3 years, and we received our last installment of that, and that was instrumental in our ability to sustain the facility, to do the investment in the infrastructure, and really turn that hospital around. And so it is your hospital, and we're grateful for your support. Lastly, I want to assure you that San Leandro Hospital and the Alameda Health System remain committed to our mission of caring, healing, teaching, and serving all. We're here for you today, and we're committed to taking care of you and keeping you healthy well into the future. Thank you for your attention.
And now our keynote speaker for the evening is the Honorable Pauline Russo Cutter, Mayor of San Leandro. Following 12 years on the school board, she was first elected to the City Council in 2010 before being elected mayor in November 2014. Throughout her tenure, the mayor has been known for her ability to bring people together to help move San Leandro forward. Let's extend the mayor a warm welcome to the podium.
We worked hard to put this presentation together, and we appreciate you being here. So on behalf of the City of San Leandro, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2017 State of the City. I'm honored to serve as mayor to a community that values the power of kindness. 2016 was a very busy year, and it was a productive year for us. With the help of the community, we approved our general plan update, which provides the vision that will guide our city for the next 20 years. As we continue to improve our infrastructure and work with our partners to complete the construction projects that provide housing and bring new businesses to our city, I, along with our whole City Council, approved increased investments towards human and social service needs in our community. We aim to build upon the heart and soul of our people, and that's the heart and soul of our city, and that's our people. San Leandro is a community where kindness matters. We see it every day. We see families playing in the parks, seniors visiting their community centers, and our providers who deliver services to those most in need. And in the upcoming year, one of our top priorities is to provide the additional funding to organizations that provide compassionate and quality care. So as you walk, bike, and drive through town, you can see the changing landscape. New buildings were completed, new businesses and restaurants call San Leandro home, and we see renewed neighborhoods with renovated parks and freshly paved streets. Just earlier this year, the main library completed a major renovation project that brought new furniture, carpeting, and paint for a fresh and modern look. This project was made possible by Measure HH funds and a generous contribution from the San Leandro Foundation. Thank you. When I was first elected to the City Council in November of 2010, our City Council began developing a plan to ensure that the city's long-term fiscal health would be secure. We worked diligently on a multi-pronged approach to set the foundation for where we are today. We worked with residents to bash Measure HH, which extended a half-cent sales tax for the next 30 years, and maintain the general city services. And it allows us to address immediate infrastructure needs such as our roads and parks. Just in the first year, we brought in $10 million, additional dollars, which translate into many of the projects that we'll talk about today. We also created a pool program, and that's a savings account that sets aside half of the proceeds from the sale of city-owned properties or unspent funds from our budget, and it goes into a pension cost and related obligation fund. The new 311 mobile application was unveiled earlier this year, and it makes it easier for residents and community members to report city-related issues, as you can download the app on your mobile device and report issues directly to the appropriate city staff. According to initial reports, 80% of the 1,400 requests for assistance were completed or resolved since its launch in January. Initial feedback from the public has been very positive, and we look forward to kicking it into high gear. So, download the app. If you want to talk about the things in our city that you want fixed, now's your opportunity. So download the app. And in the past year, members of the City Council heard from our residents. We heard at town hall meetings, through conversations, and many emails that maintaining high community standards needs to be a top priority. We understand that seemingly small concerns like weeds, debris, junk, and graffiti can turn into bigger problems if left unchecked. With that in mind, the City Council committed $1 million in the next budget to expand our ability to address code compliance and maintenance issues. We're confident that with this effort will result in major improvements in the appearance of the public and private property throughout our city. Our people are what makes San Leandro great, but instead of just hearing about these projects and initiatives from me, I thought you might want to take a look and hear it from your friends and neighbors. I'm Mayor Colleen Russo-Cutter, and I'm here in the newly renovated main library in downtown San Leandro. These are exciting times for our city. San Leandro is at the forefront of economic prosperity. So as we continue to look to our future, we want to make sure that we're also providing for the people who are here now. I believe that a community gets stronger by lifting up all of the individuals living here, so that in San Leandro we plan for the future by investing in all of our people. We remain grateful for the continued support of the voters who choose time and time again to invest in our people. I want to thank you for making those investments and also making San Leandro a city where kindness matters.
I don't think that there's anybody out there that doesn't have something that they can give, and by volunteering and researching about nonprofits in the community, I was able to better engage, and I think that that's an opportunity that all residents have, and the sense of community that gets built from that is amazing. So you've got just this huge group of families, young families that are moving into San Leandro, and they want to engage, and they want to volunteer, and I think you don't have to look far to find needs in the community or any community. People don't know how and when they can give. There are obstacles that get in the way for families, especially families with young children, to be able to volunteer or build community or learn and grow and build their skill sets. And so Community Impact Lab is an answer to that. We wanted to create opportunities that were just family friendly, in that you could bring your kids, but we're family oriented. You're able to bring your children and actually fully engage them with you, so that you talk about why you're helping and who you're helping. Volunteerism is one of the best ways that you can build a strong community and engage the residents in really meaningful ways.
We are constantly today bombarded with infinite details, lots and lots of data, and we stop listening to what's really going on inside. I think that art brings us back to a place that's quiet, where we can really know who we are. Around 2000, I joined the Arts Council of San Leandro. We're still working on a master plan through the Arts Commission, and there will be many things that come to light later, but at this moment, we're working on the ongoing mural projects, and of course, the utility boxes will continue to pop up around the city. I believe it's an important message to bring to the rest of the world, to my little circle, and then going out. I try to do whatever I can to support art and artists within the community, because it's really important. It makes us remember to breathe again.
Technology and innovation are mainly about people, and one of the benefits of San Leandro is it's so centrally located that we have access to everybody in the East Bay. Many people will define smart city as being smart meters, but it's a lot more than that. It means that you're controlling your resources intelligently. There's several programs ongoing in San Leandro that address this directly. The fiber is one of them, where you can do things like connect buildings together in the campus or communicate with the data center. Having a fiber or some sort of a communication loop is essential for a city. There is new manufacturing that's coming, and it will take communication, fiber, robots, people talking about analytics, they talk about the cloud, they talk about smart cars, autonomous vehicles. These all imply a very intense communication between the systems. The role of the city is going to be infrastructure, as it's always been, but it has to be able to support this new technology.
What motivates me to be an active neighbor initially was the fact that my children were going to the schools, and it was incumbent upon me to get involved. It really gave me an opportunity to have these open dialogue with people that I didn't agree with. As a result, many of them are now my friends. The role I see the community having in creating an inclusive environment in San Leandro is to basically just get involved. You want to make sure that San Leandro is a safe city for everyone, that it's equitable for everyone. And I think what we're trying to do here is create a safe environment so that we can have these kind of dialogue. I hope that all the community would come out and participate, and let's have this open dialogue around equality and justice for all.
San Leandro Homeless Compact has given us all the opportunity to end homelessness in San Leandro.
April Showers approached homelessness starting in 2002 as a 100% volunteer organization. And during that time, we've supplied showers and bag lunches and hot lunches and clothes for the homeless. But it didn't approach the bottom line problem, which was to get people off the street and into some type of permanent housing, someplace they could live with dignity and respect, not be tied up in shelters or living in the creek.
So what I think is unique about the Homeless Compact is it really brings together the community, the city, the San Leandro Police Department to end homelessness in San Leandro.
And that has been so crucial because the police are the folks that see these folks every day.
So the compact has been a great achievement, but more so the partnership and trust that's come from the compact is invaluable. We've been able to house approximately 12 individuals into housing. We've also been able to get individuals into shelters, get them to medical appointments that they're in much need of.
We've been able to grow our warming shelter to averaging over 30 people per night, so I think it's been a tremendous success.
We have a lot more work to do, but I think this is really, this kind of compassion and teamwork is how we're going to get it done.
Community members who helped us make this video. It was much appreciated. So as a diverse city, it's critical that we reach out to all members of our community. With that in mind, the City Council funded a multilingual outreach program that expands the city's strategy to include languages other than English. Since the launch of the program, more non-English speaking community members participate in our meetings and programs. And on February 21st, the City Council voted unanimously to declare San Leandro a sanctuary city. I'm proud that we as a city value the importance of building community by creating a safe and inclusive environment. This resolution affirms our current practices that prohibit the police department from taking action against individuals based solely on their status or from detaining folks for civil immigration violation. But nevertheless, I want to be clear and assure the public that anyone who commits a crime in San Leandro will go to jail and be prosecuted. I recognize that not everyone may agree with our decision declaring us a sanctuary city, and we're monitoring the questions such as the possible withholding of federal funds, but we remain steadfast in our commitment to ensure that all San Leandrons, regardless of status, feel safe in our country, in our city. The Council commissioned a gap analysis study that identified shortfalls in our social services which are underwritten by the city. This report will serve as a plan that will guide future allocations to those organizations that fulfill the services. And we can all agree that homelessness is a critical concern. The lack of affordable housing in the Bay Area, paired with the high cost of living, has communities across the region experiencing a sharp increase of homelessness. And to that end, we brokered the program that brought the city, Building Futures with Women and Children, and the Rental Housing Association of Southern Alameda County together. Known as the San Leandro Homeless Compact, this initiative houses and provides wraparound services to chronically homeless people. So far, we've addressed 19 individuals, and now they have a home to call their own, and thanks to this new program. The outreach component also provides support services to dozens of homeless people in San Leandro. The compact is an amazing achievement, but more importantly, it creates a partnership, flexible and cooperation among the various agencies that interface with the homeless population. And I would really like to publicly thank the city's Recreation and Human Services Department for all its efforts to spearhead this important initiative. In partnership with the San Leandro Unified School District and OSI Soft, we leveraged the power of our fiber loop to provide 10 gigabyte connection to local schools, adding a Wi-Fi access point in every classroom. This project puts us one step closer to closing the digital divide in our city by creating the infrastructure that allows one-to-one student device ratio for all students and opens up a world of information. Our police department continues to engage with our young people by holding events at city buildings and school sites. These interactions create trust and bring down barriers that allow the department to effectively communicate and interact with our community. And with the help of a state grant, our Engineering and Transportation Department kicked off a traffic safety education program for both youth and seniors. This will contemplate and complement the Safe Routes to School program, and it enables us to conduct safety traffic programs for students in the elementary and middle schools, as well as for older adults. In August, AC Transit broke ground on our $170 million bus rapid transit project, which will bring light rail style bus service to San Leandro via East 14th Corridor. The new hybrid electric buses will arrive every 7 minutes, with trips from downtown Oakland all the way to the San Leandro BART station. The project includes new and upgraded traffic signals at various intersections and artistic enhancements to local stops. You may have noticed some of the preliminary construction work being done, such as some of the removals of trees along East 14th. But rest assured, replacement trees will be planted once the construction is completed. We work closely with AC Transit representatives who will continue to inform businesses and neighbors about upcoming construction work and the project milestones. Community policing is the backbone of our police department outreach strategy. Just in the last year, San Leandro Police Department participated in over 50 community events. Let me repeat that. Just in the last year, our police department has participated in over 50 community events. They include annual open house, neighborhood watch meetings, business outreach events, school demonstration, and safety events throughout our city. We're proud that our police department takes great pride in connecting directly with the people that they serve. Over the last 5 years, the council authorized the department to hire up to 93 officers who serve the community every day. Several recruits are currently in the academy, and we look forward to welcoming them into our community soon. SLPD also works smarter. We recently began the design work that will guide the South Office remodeling project. This project will centralize services such as traffic units, investigations, records, and volunteers. The department also purchased 38 new vehicles, replacing those that reached the end of their usable lives. The 74 vehicle fleet allows police staff to have dependable and safe vehicles to conduct city business. The Alameda County Fire Department is also a very important public safety partner. Since 1995, they've provided safety services such as fire suppression, emergency medical services, water rescue, and hazardous material removal. Last year, our 5 fire stations responded to just under 10,000 calls throughout the city. As you can see by the charts, they are very, very busy. And this is in addition to all their community outreach programs conducted throughout the city. In 2016, we also purchased a brand new fire engine housed at Station 12. San Leandro is a proud new owner of a new, state-of-the-art Pierce Arrow XT, which can pump 1,500 gallons of water per minute. I never thought I would own one of those. We are grateful for the voters that approved Measure HH, which allows us to replace the aging equipment and give our firefighters the tools they need to protect our lives and property in our city. So thank you. So art activates neighborhoods, and it breathes new life into our commercial and industrial spaces. In the year ahead, you will see the restoration of historical assets and beautiful new public art. The community-driven Public Art Master Plan began its public input process in September of last year, and after 31 meetings, staff is working on the draft recommendations that will go before the Arts Commission, and then to the City Council for input and comments. We are excited to see the final plan that will guide our long-term vision for art throughout the city and positions us to commission more great art in the future. And San Leandro's artistic energy will balance art and heritage. Our beautiful Casa Peralta will receive significant maintenance and restorations this year. We're excited to see the improvements that will revitalize this gem in our city. Resiliency and innovation are the goals of any great city. I'm excited to announce that we, as an organization, lead by example. Our Department of Public Works expanded the recycling programs to include organics as of this past November. And this might not seem to any earth-shaking news, but it really is good news for our earth, to have everybody in our city leading by example. Several departments at City Hall now compost in addition to recycling paper and other materials, as we have in the past. We also included organic waste collection in the commercial kitchens of our community centers, as well as the main library. The public also has opportunities to recycle their waste. Along with their home recycling, the city recycling program hosts events that include recycled hazardous waste, 2 annual spring cleaning events, and Holiday Lights recycling program. As we build a resilient city, we are kicking off projects that have been years in the making. LED streetlights will be deployed throughout the city in the next several months. We are currently exploring a smart grid energy initiative, and we have signed on to the East Bay Community Energy Authority, which will be a new provider that will offer residents energy rates comparable to PG&E, but from cleaner, renewable sources. We will keep our residents informed about this new initiative as it progresses. And through the U.S. Conference of Mayors, we have joined the world's largest cooperative effort among city leaders called the Energy Compact of Mayors. Through this agreement, cities around the world commit to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, track progress, and prepare for the impacts of climate change locally. Our financial stability as a city depends on our ability to plan for the future. In June, we will adopt a 2-year budget that includes the largest city capital improvement program in city history. Positive revenue projections and proceeds from local and county measures, such as measures OO, PP, and NN, have solidified a strong budget that stabilizes city operations and services. It also promises to fund important capital improvements, such as roads, buildings, and parks. The City Council works hand in hand with the community and city staff to identify and fund the capital improvement program that aligns the priorities and needs of our community. This $74 million investment allows us to improve, enhance, and rehabilitate. And I just have to say, $74 million in the next 2 years to get a lot of these projects off the ground that we need to do is something that we're really quite proud of. Personnel costs are the biggest part of any city's budget, and San Leandro is no exception. Our goal is to always work with our employees, who are the backbone of our agency, to create fair and beneficial contracts while maintaining fiscal responsibility. Working with each bargaining group, our council unanimously authorized long-term agreements that have our employees receiving salary adjustments each year while paying their own share of retirement costs. These rising pension costs and legacy obligations from years and years past continue to be one of our biggest challenges. The city has made a commitment to pay our yearly obligations in full and has been moving money into the pool program, which helped increase the savings dedicated for pension obligations. When I became mayor, we set a goal to put aside $5 million towards these needs, and due to the careful planning and strong revenue years, we have surpassed that goal, and our pool program now has a balance of over $13 million. I believe that by increasing these funds were set aside for our obligations, we are fulfilling our promises to past, present, and future employees. And this past November, San Leandro voters overwhelmingly endorsed measures OO, PP, and NN. These measures reduced taxes for over 2,300 local small businesses, increased the local hotel tax, and implemented a local gross receipts tax for the 3 approved medical cannabis dispensaries. I'm also proud that our city takes concrete steps to ensure that our workers can afford to live in the Bay Area. This region is one of the most expensive in the country. Last September, our city council adopted a local minimum wage ordinance that accelerates the new statewide minimum wage. Our local requirements go into effect July 1st of this year with a $12 local minimum wage. After that, the minimum wage will go up by $1 each year until achieving a $15 minimum wage by July of 2020. New opportunities are popping up in our industrial area. The former Georgia Pacific facility will soon be a large Class A industrial building that is marked for advanced manufacturing. The former Kraft factory on Halcyon Drive will also be redeveloped with up to 553,000 square feet of Class A industrial space. Both projects will create much needed space for our growing business community. And the community has made clear that we want new and exciting dining options. Boy, have they made that clear. So, we are very thrilled to welcome new restaurants such as Sons of Liberty, Fusion Factory, Noodles Foamy, Cinco Taco Bar, Mel's Diner, Pyology, and Condasia. Some other businesses that opened this year include Ross Dress for Less, Urban Block, Gourmet Cellars, Cordial Bottle Shop, and the Cooler Tap Room. It's exciting to learn about all these new businesses and opportunities that are coming to town, and we're also eager to see long-term projects being completed. The San Leandro Tech Campus finished Phase 1 in the fall. OSI's new world headquarters also includes an 850-space parking garage and the Truth is Beauty sculpture set in an open 1-acre plaza. Construction of the second office building will begin later this year, and Westlake Urban, the tech campus developer, is moving forward planning for a nearly 200-unit multifamily apartment complex at the southern portion of the site. Also in downtown San Leandro, Phase 1 of Maria Alta, which includes 115 units of affordable family housing, is now open, and the long-awaited underground parking for BART will be available any day now. Construction on Phase 2 of Maria Alta will include 85 units of senior affordable housing, which is scheduled to open later this year. We continue to make solid progress on transforming our shoreline. The last time we invested this much energy and funding into such a project was over 50 years ago. 2017 will be a big year as we are now getting into the details regarding design, phasing, and financing of the shoreline improvements. The city and the developer are planning to add exciting amenities such as an expanded open space, a hotel, restaurants, banquet facility, housing, and a new Mulford Branch library. Our plan is to have a new and stimulating destination for everyone, young and old. The project will also see important safeguards to ensure the resiliency developments as sea level rise. I hope that you'll be able to join us or tune in to the April 3rd City Council meeting for an update on the Monarch Bay shoreline development. There's large interest in expanding our local housing stock also. Currently, we have more than 1,500 units of housing in various stages of the review process that could be constructed in the next few years. Increased housing supply is essential to deal with the current affordability crisis. Development in our city represents great opportunities and benefits. It reflects investment, construction jobs, as well as new amenities and services. And we'll work actively to work with the community to ensure that we mitigate the impacts of development on our neighborhoods and that we maximize the benefits for the entire city. So we are a city that looks and plans ahead by balancing challenges with proactive solutions. We continue to work closely with our city neighbors, our federal and state partners, and the community. We are building a city that our children and our grandchildren want to call home. We're proud of what makes San Leandro such a livable city. Our unique combination of geography, services, and people make us a city that we are today, and I'm excited to explore new opportunities and challenges this year and make everyone in San Leandro proud. As we all know, no one person does everything by themselves. Our city council takes great pride in the work that they do on a daily basis, and that includes the input from our community. And it takes our city staff to do the day-to-day work that makes our city the great place that it is. Thank you so much to my colleagues and our city staff. I'd also like to thank Chris Zapata, Jeff Kay, and Eric Engelbart from the City Manager's Office for their support. And for tonight's presentation, thank you to Spade Walton and Caroline Hernandez for helping me with this message to show you how San Leandro shines. Thank you also to our past city councils, board members, commissioners, business partners, school districts, and community partners for all that you've done and continue to do. And thank you to my family and my husband, Scott, for without his support, I wouldn't be able to do this job that I love so much. And most importantly, thank you to our residents. It's for what you do and do day in and day out that makes San Leandro a community where kindness matters. Thank you and good evening.
So thank you, Mayor Cutter. As you guys can see, It's an exciting time to be in San Leandro. So thank you all for being here. I just wanted to let you know there's going to be a few announcements that the mayor has indicated will be set out on the stage. And also remind everybody that the Taste of San Leandro is tomorrow night. So if you need a ticket, you can go to sanleandrochamber.com and purchase your ticket online. And save the date, April 23rd, for San Leandro by Design. It's a series focused on local manufacturing, expanding commerce through a stronger East Bay supply chain. And we will open online registration on March 30th, again at sanleandrochamber.com. So thank you to our sponsors, AC Transit, San Leandro Hospital, Bridge Housing, Kaiser Permanente, and East Bay Mud, and everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Made it around.